Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was very restless. His mind was always full of thoughts. All day long, different thoughts came and went, and they made him feel uneasy and exhausted. He felt sad about his past and constantly worried about the future. Because of this, his mind was like a storm. He couldn't feel calm, couldn't sleep well, and had almost forgotten how to smile. One day, Marco heard about a distant village in the hills. People said a wise old man lived there. Long ago, the man had been a famous psychologist in the city. He had helped many people find peace in their minds. Now, in his old age, he had left the busy city life and chosen to live close to nature. Sometimes he gave advice to visitors. Marco felt hopeful. Maybe this wise man can help me find peace, he thought. After many days of a long and tiring journey, Marco finally reached the village. There he saw a small house covered in greenery. On the porch, the old man sat quietly with his eyes closed, looking calm and peaceful. Marco approached him and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and smiled gently. "So, you are looking for peace?" he said. "Come with me. I will give you a small task." He led Marco into the yard and filled a glass with water, right to the very top. Even a small movement could make it spill. Handing the glass to Marco, the old man said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and come back. But remember, do not spill even a single drop." Marco was surprised, but he accepted the challenge. Holding the glass carefully, he began to walk. The road was narrow and busy. People passed by, shopkeepers shouted, dogs barked, and children ran around. But Marco noticed none of it. His eyes were fixed only on the glass. Step by step, slowly and carefully, he walked. When he returned, he said proudly, "Grandfather, I did it. I didn't spill a single drop." The old man nodded and smiled. "That's good, but tell me, did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco looked surprised. "No," he said, "I was only focused on the glass." The old man smiled again and said gently, "That is the secret. When your mind stays in the present moment, there is no space for fear, confusion, or unnecessary thoughts. While you focused on the glass, your mind became completely quiet. You were not sad about the past, and you were not afraid of the future." Suddenly, Marco understood. Peace was not something to be found outside. Peace had always been inside him, waiting for him to live in the present moment. Marco bowed his head and said softly, "Grandfather, now I understand. If I want to calm my mind, I must stay in this moment. That is where real peace lives." As the sun set and birds returned to their nests, Marco began his journey back home. But he was no longer the same restless young man. He had changed. His heart was lighter and his mind was calm, because now he knew how to quiet it.